Hi, I'm Kelly from the White Heron Tea and Gifts. For the last 10 years, our tea room has made its home right here in historic downtown Newport Richey. Throughout that time, we've become specialists in afternoon tea, as well as some really fun events that go along with our tea room, including tea after darks, tea education, paint and sips, and all kinds of things to welcome you in and have an enjoyable experience in our tea room. Well, today I'm really excited to be able to try one of those experiences that I've never had with our tea leaf reading. Our tea leaf reading is done the fourth Friday of every month when our amazing tea hostess, Dawne, takes her tea hostessing hat off and becomes a tea leaf reader to teach us and tell us about what's happening in our lives and hopefully in the future too by reading the leaves in our cup. So I'm here today to experience it for the first time and I can't wait to share it with you. Come with me. Here I am. I've just been seated in the tea parlor here at the White Heron and I'm getting ready for my tea leaf reading. And so the first thing that we did was pick out a cup for me to use from several different options. And then the next part was picking the tea. And the tea is in prepackaged little containers and it's all in oolong tea, which is really nice is when it absorbs your butter. It really opens up and creates really beautiful flavor. But in addition to that, it creates really beautiful shapes. And that's what we're gonna read as we go through the tea leaf reading. So I picked out this package here and I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in my cup and pour some water in. And then I'm gonna just sit back, relax, think about things, anything I might want to know that I want the tea leaves to tell me. And so I'm going to spend the next 5 to 10 minutes by myself here enjoying this beautiful cup of oolong tea, letting my leaves kind of open and see what we can learn from them. One of the tricks to tea leaf reading is getting leaves that open up and create shapes, and oolong is great for that. One of the tricky parts about doing a tea leaf reading is enjoying the cup of tea with the free floating leaves and not actually drinking it yourself. So that's what I'm doing right now, trying not to drink my tea leaves. All right, everybody, I'm back here with Dawne. As you probably know her from the tea room, but she also does tea leaf reading, and she's been doing that with us for a few years. So I'm glad that we finally get to sit down and do this. We've never done this in all the years.
Hard to believe all these
I
years.
know. Well, I think I'm kind of always afraid of what my tea leaves are going to say. So I'm excited to do this. So I've gotten all the water out, I think. Is that
Yep,
just a little bit of water?
perfect.
So you'll see there's not much in there. And my leaves are open nice and full. So now what I'm going to do is...
You're going to pick it up.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to take it and you're going to turn your teacup counterclockwise 3 times.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay. And then you're going to grab your handle. You're going to take your plate and put it on top.
Okay.
And then this is tricky, but don't do it when I do it. I'm just going to show you.
Okay. I've been warned.
So it's like this. Your tea leaves are in your bottom of your cup. So what you're going to do is you're going to go like this, and then you're just going to lift up your teacup.
Okay.
Okay.
Turn the cup back up.
Turn the cup.
So in other words, it has to be quick.
Yeah, real quick. Boom, and there you go.
Kind of like that. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. No.
Boy.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. When she says, "Oh boy," I worry.
Well, first of all,
they're all on one side.
Yeah, well, part of it is when they cluster together, a lot of that means you have a lot going on in your life.
Oh, I think we all know that.
And, so there's a lot of chaos going in there right now. But we can still look with these leaves. We just know that you have so many different avenues right now. There's so much in your brain. So hopefully we can put some relief to some of it.
Okay.
So now all we're really going to do is we're going to look and we're going to see if we can spot any animals. It could be a person.
How about like a Mayan pyramid?
Yep. Pyramids, anything, what you see and it strikes you. Some tea leaf readers, they just do it all. They
Okay.
hold your. I don't do that because you're the one that's putting the intentions in the cup and everything. This is about you. It's
Okay.
not about me. So I don't like the fact my energy could change over
Okay.
a lot. So that's why I have you do all those steps.
Okay.
But we can both look. You may see something I don't see, and we can combine them. And then I'm going to look them up so you know I'm not pulling things out of thin air,
Okay.
and we can tell you what there are.
So I've never, as creative as I am, when people say to me, "Oh, look at the cloud, it looks like an M," I just don't ever see it. So
Okay.
that's where I have to like let go and use this
Now just
imagination
trying
a
to
little
use
bit.
your
Okay,
brain,
so we're
open
gonna
your
try.
mind.
We're gonna try. I'm not very good with shapes and
Well, one thing
designs.
you've
So
already pointed out, and you always want to go with what you see first. The first thing that came to your mind was a pyramid. So we're going to remember that. So when we look at a couple more things, we'll start going. We're going to start with the pyramid and then the other things.
okay, all right. So can I turn the cup?
You
Can
sure
I do?
can.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. So that's where I saw the pyramid, like the variegated level pyramid, not
Not the
Egyptian
Egyptian.
style. Yeah.
Like I see a shark. I don't know if you can see it here, but I see, well, the fish.
A
But to
fish.
me, it
Okay.
was, but I see a fish right here.
Okay.
And then some of the things.
I mean, like if I look at like
symbols.
this one that looks like a bag with a handle, almost like a purse.
Yep.
Okay, so I can see that. Kind of like the Loch Ness monster growing
Yeah,
out.
I can
Just lots
see
of
like a
green.
serpent type.
Like I see stuff down in there, maybe.
I see a swan. I don't know if you can see it here, but right here. See the
Yeah, that's what I was like.
body
Either
and
like I
that?
couldn't
Yeah.
tell if it was like a serpent or like you said, a serpent or like Loch Ness monster.
Right.
But a swan, yeah, I get that same body type, that bigger body, longer neck. Yeah, I can see that too.
And then, yeah, you just kind of keep turning it. You know, you don't want to turn it fast because you don't want to jostle the
So
leaves.
those two, you see those two pointed in there? It kind of looks like the cat ears of a cat.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it, like kind of where that swan is when I'm looking down at it.
Around this way.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So I see that too.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start without. Let's see. I have a couple different books. Some have more detail in them than others, so I like to look through them all and stuff. Then you can see where we can see where we're at. So the first thing we saw, you said you saw a pyramid.
Yeah, like an Aztec style.
And then,
I guess
as
that
you
would
know,
be.
and luckily, a lot of the things here are going to be. You need to keep in mind that most of what we're, talk about is going to be if it's at the upper towards the rim of the cup, that's going to be in the near, like the very near future.
Yeah, everything's on the bottom.
Yours are coming into fruition, but they're going to be a while.
Story of my life, Dawne. I'm the tortoise, not the hare.
And then in the middle, so they say usually about within weeks, and then in the middle is like within months.
Oh,
and then you
years.
have in the bottom is more towards like the months and years, but long term out. Okay. So when it says here pyramid, it says what immediately sprang to mind when you first looked at this symbol. Do you think a pyramid or did you just see a triangle? And you said you go with your.
I did.
And pyramid. I said go with your intuition. If you saw a pyramid, it can be interpreted as ambition leading to the pinnacle of success and triumph. Oh my gosh. Obviously, it could also mean ancient Egypt, but only this is particularly relevant to you and your interest. So it's not, you're not taking a trip to Egypt.
No, I'm thinking my first thought was Aztec or South American style, style of a pyramid versus the
but
traditional.
That's more, going through and having you, knowing that your success and you are going to triumph all the struggles that you're facing right now. And I will tell you that they do say if you know somebody very well, you really shouldn't probably read their leaves.
Well, I was going to say that earlier. This is going to be hard for us because you actually already know a lot about me. But there's certain things that we can see that just aren't impactful of who we are as partnership.
Exactly.
More just what we see in the leaves.
So I did want to put that out there for people because it's hard because we're connected so much.
Right.
But that is very fitting for you. So, and we knew that was going to be one of those. Okay. And then I saw the swan. I think that was the next one. And I like to go in the lines of when I see it because sometimes it all kind of falls into place. Okay. And then we have the swan. Graceful and beautiful, which we know.
Oh.
Swans have a long history as romantic symbol, enduring love and lasting marriage. There are many fairy tales and myths which link the swan with both love and music. It is a delightful fortune symbol to find in any reading. So it's a good thing. If you're interested in a relationship question, you can relax and anticipate a lasting union with a faithful and devoted partner. Wow. So
I mean, I'm lucky I have that already.
You already have it, but that's just reaffirming that, in your past, and if there's been time, and as a human being, I'm sure there's been the times like, what am I doing this for, or whatever. Just rest assured, you're doing the right thing. You're in the right place of where you need to be at this time.
I appreciate knowing that, because life does go. Brian and I are coming up on 15 years, and 15 years is not a long time, but you do not ever question it, but it's always there.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. I mean, I felt like I made a really good decision.
Well,
15
now
years
you're
ago,
kind
but
of reassuring yourself here, because it's all in the tea leaves.
Yeah,
It's
perfect.
saying that.
I love it.
Okay, and then we saw
A purse.
Oh, the purse and a cat. We saw a purse.
Yeah.
No, I will tell you, I do, and I'm sorry, I'm at that age now where I cannot remember everything. I didn't learn tea leaf reading when I was younger. It's something I took on later in years.
Okay.
So I bring my books too. Some of it I can tell you from my mind, but to give an accurate reading, I always like to use the books.
I appreciate that.
Then I'm not just saying, oh yeah, we're traveling this year.
Well, it's just like the leaves, I didn't place them there myself, so they fell where they should.
So we're gonna look and see if they have an actual,
like a purse or a handbag or a bag of some sort.
I'm gonna look up a handbag. Let's see. Do I have any? Let's see if it says handbag. We got hands. I've seen the purse before. I do know it. That's dealing with financial, of course. But let's hope. We're hoping that it's going to go in a positive way. I actually do not have a purse.
I guess it could just be a bag of some sort, maybe.
Luggage, or it could be luggage. It could be, you might be having to take a trip soon, but I'm looking to see what else we could see. It's no handbag. I might have to do some research on that purse part. But I do know that I've had that before, actually. I've talked to somebody about the purse. Let's see, it might be in this. It's the cool book. This is the one actually you bought me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is the one she got me that got me really interested. It has so much knowledgeable things in it and stuff. Okay. This has more stuff than the other ones that I went and got. Let's see here. And I like this book too, because now as you're looking, if you're one of those, like you were saying, that you really don't see things, if you see here a symbol, then you'll, oh yeah, I saw that. Handbag. I'm not seeing a handbag, but we'll look up. I'm not giving up on it. One lady I was working with had a bag, but it was leading more. Everything else was showing that she was going to be taking a trip.
Oh, okay.
So, see, this is like a basket, so that might be on that lines. But
yeah, because it has like a long handle.
It has a long, similar to that one. I don't want to just pull out just because that's where we're at, because there could be another special meaning.
I don't know, and now I probably can't find it again. So
okay, well, we're gonna go. We'll hold that spot. We'll look up the cat next. Just trying not to give up on. I think I learned that from my boss.
I always end up with stuff that's like, what?
Yeah, you have to do some research.
I have to figure that one out. Yeah. No, that's the story of my life.
That's you in a nutshell. But you do, like I said in the beginning there, as we were going, because we all know, and anyone that knows you knows that you have a lot going on, and that's why all of those kind of
it's really clumped together, and so it's not a lot of symbols in that,
and that's because you have, and we do know that you are trying to just concentrate and put your intentions in the cup. But we also know that around you, there's so much going on that you don't ever get to tune it out. So you still draw all that energy in. And I think that's all getting put in. We're going to do a reading one day. We're going to come here in the morning, and we're not going to have anybody around. And we're going to do a real tea leaf reading. And we can be, nobody
no distraction.
No distraction.
I would like that.
because I think we're pulling a lot of distractions.
Well, we've had a lot of distractions today, so that's the normal life of a tea room,
right?
When we tried to do this, so
I do know that you have a few things that you just recently talked about doing, and I'm trying to keep it out, but I want to point it out from where I'm going to read you now.
Okay.
Is for the cat is a good luck symbol, especially if it found close to an archway or an envelope sign. And I'm thinking that was right next to the handbag, which was what you were calling.
Right.
So I'm thinking that that might be part of that symbol in there. It may not actually be a handbag. It could be, if you think about it, an archway.
Okay.
Because you were saying it was tech, but that's not saying. I'm not giving up. I'm going to look up at first. But if it's found close to archway or an envelope, when next to a person or a letter, which it wasn't next to a person or a letter. But I read it all. Alphabet denotes secrecy, independence, and hidden matters, which you don't have anything hidden.
No, I'm an open book.
All right, so it is saying you cannot control any other person or anything going on. All you can do is protect, you and your surroundings. But everything's good luck. Everything's being predicted the proper way. And people are going to be unlikely to tell you certain things, everything you want to know. So you're going to have to go do a little bit of research yourself. And a lot of it is that you're starting to deal with new people that you really don't know, but you don't know, if that makes sense. So until they can feel that they can trust you, they're not going to be as open. But once they realize it, they're going to become a very loyal friend.
Okay.
So
it makes a lot of sense for where I am right now. Yeah.
So,
all right. So I have another question here. So there's this one that's kind of hanging down. You see it kind of like that. It kind of looks like the heart muscle.
Oh, it does too.
See, look, it has different chambers in that, and then it actually hangs like how it hangs in the body.
Yeah, it's got a hair, and I've seen that. My daughter studied quite a bit.
I keep looking at that, going, that looks like a heart. Like it looks like an actual human heart, not like a love heart that we draw. And the way it's hanging down out of all the other, like that glob, it's almost like, okay, here's the head and then here's the heart. Like the head is all the stuff and the heart's hanging down. And it just kind of looks like, very interesting to me. It's different than like a love heart. It's like a body heart.
Yeah, because the only one.
Wouldn't you leave it to me to have that?
Yeah, well, that's you who can never see anything in the clouds and stuff,
Maybe I'm better at this than I thought.
All right. Well, this heart is just really directing like an actual heart.
Okay.
So I don't want to read into that one because I don't think that it's going to pertain to what you're seeing. So we're going to look over here and see what this one is.
Yeah, hopefully it means like good heart health.
Right. Okay. Well, this is okay. This one's better. Okay. The shape of a heart in the tea leaves is usually a beautiful message. Okay. Heart represents pleasure, love, trust, and compassion. If you see an anatomical heart, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
The shape of the heart near medical symbols, or if this is a question regarding health, the heart should be regarded as a reminder to take good care of yourself and to check with your doctor. So that's probably because your knee's been bothering you and stuff. So if it doesn't get a little better, you may want to just get it checked out one more time. That's the only thing from me. Like I said, that's why you usually don't tea leaf your friends or your employer.
Give me good leaves. No, I'm just teasing.
But just to keep following up and doing what you're doing is for that one. But I'm not going to give up. I want to look again and see.
Sure.
It's just so clumped together. It's so much.
I think that's because there's just so much going on. There's so much.
I've told you I don't ever want to wear your shoes.
There's just so much that's just the way my life goes. My leaves go. Everything just follows suit.
Yeah, and it all gravitates to one.
Yeah.
To one thing.
Yeah. Well,
and actually, this is just me seeing but it's kind of like sort of playing the trumpet. Is that what that instrument is? Yeah, that's the trumpet.
Well, I played trumpet as a kid, so maybe there you go.
It's like I have an angel at the house that has like it's because you see it's shaped
Oh,
like
like one of the
this,
long
and
trumpets.
then it has the
Yeah.
long trumpet and like the wings coming out
Yeah.
here. So
Okay. I can see that.
you know,
See, I'm a okay cloud reader.
right.
But that's
But
diving
I do
deep.
see that's because it's in between all the others, but it's like it's coming out of like a field of amount, you know, out of.
So what does a
We're
trumpet
gonna
mean?
look and see here. All right, this one does not have trumpet. I know what the trumpet means. It means all your employees get a month off. She's sounding the alarms. We're all getting an extra month off.
Well, let's hope not.
With pay.
With that, let's hope we're busy if we don't have that.
The trumpet loudly announces good news for performers, especially musicians. The instrument will predict new business adventures and social engagements. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm not going to go any further there.
Nope. I think that's a good place to leave this.
We know where that one's, headed to. So,
yes, we do.
So what I'm getting out of the leaves is I know you have some new adventures you're looking into, let alone trying to build the businesses that you have and make people more aware of all the health benefits, all it need to offer. And especially since now that we've seen all that and you saw that heart muscle, that what I can tell you from what I'm seeing in your tea leaves, all the things are benefiting around everything that you're doing right now to make that happen. And it is going to be successful. You are going to succeed. It is not going to be, well, how do they say that? It's a marathon, not a race.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh, that's right. There you go.
Again, the tortoise and the hare. Everybody, when people come to me and say, I am the epitome of a tortoise going through the race.
Right. And I know you have some personal things you're looking into. So I don't want to, because the one thing about the tea leaf reading is, it stays here.
Correct.
No one else knows.
Well, except for today, but
right. Certain aspects. We
I
can't share all the personal things. But overall, all the things that you're looking into, the people that you've come in contact like recently that have reached out and said that they have ideas and they have ways to help or they need you to help them. You're in safe havens to accept all of that. And once they realize that you're as loyal, you're loyal, like you look for loyalty, then everything's going to fall into place and everything's going to be very successful.
Yay. I hope I just don't go crazy in the meantime.
Well, there's nothing about that yet, unless that's what that big blob there. We'll see next time.
And so any fourth Friday, we do the readings from 4 to 7. Dawne is here. We have you call and make an appointment. That way we can make sure we have time for everybody. And the next one will be in a couple of weeks. So give a call to the tea room or watch us on social. And that way you can get your tea leaves read. Thank you.
But that was a good one.
Yeah, thank you.